What is up, guys? Fair and Unfair here.
I'm Fair,
I'm Unfair,
also known as Nick and Bobby.
but you never figure out which one's which.
We're barely people, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. But all that really matters is today we are going to be extremely aggressive. We're going to be playing good old...
What?
I said we're going to be aggressive!
Ah,
Yeah,
that's right.
to put some oomph into it. Because we are playing mono or red aggro with a wizard sub-theme. It's a really powerful deck, really easy for you to get into if you need to get if you need rare wild cards. It requires more than the last deck that we played, the deck we played 2 weeks ago, the Auras deck. But if you're wanting to get into an aggressive deck, this is definitely a good starting place as well. If you're willing to put out a couple of gems to build it.
Me like red cards.
Agreed. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the deck tech, but if before that, don't forget to hit us with a like, follow, subscribe, and hit that little bell button as well, so that way you don't miss any of our videos.
And be aggressive about it, but
Yep.
just don't break your keyboard, because you'll need that.
Yep, and follow us over on Twitch and Twitter as well. The links are going to be in the description. We're going to be doing a giveaway whenever we hit 100 followers on Twitch, and we're going to be doing that giveaway on Twitter, so make sure that you stay around there to hang out and make sure you're part of that giveaway.
Do it.
Alright, so we're going to be playing, as I said, we're going to be having kind of a wizard sub-theme between Gitu Lava Runner, Grim Lava Mancer, Soulscar Mage. What? Did I get those backwards?
No, Gitu's gonna get you.
Oh, I thought I got it backwards, and I said Gitu Lava Mancer and a Grim Lava Runner or something like that.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't have even noticed.
Oh. But, and we're playing Viashino Pyromancer and Thermo Alchemist as well, so to round out... Or, sorry, that's not even a wizard. But we're still playing 4, 6, 7, 8, 12 different wizards. We would be playing more, but we need to get a couple more wild cards for Soulscar Mage. This is right after Amonkhet came out when we were recording.
Oh man, if there's a lizard wizard, I'd be all over that.
Agreed. But other than the wizard sub-theme of just playing creatures that are able to get them as fast as possible, we're also playing Shock, Lightning Strike, and Skewer the Critics and Wizard's Lightning all as our burn spells. And we're rounding out the deck with a set of Light Up the Stage because it's a really good card for this type of deck, being able to give you that last little push you need to be able to take out the opponent. Bone Crusher Giant and Chain Whirler, both as utility spells, and Hazaret as a finisher if we're playing against more slower decks that are able to grind us out. It's really hard to destroy, and it's able to... just the fact that it's able to shock somebody every single turn, worst case scenario, makes it really good.
Not only is it hard to destroy, it's indestructible.
Yeah. And then, to round it out, we're playing 15 Mountains and 4 Reminap Ruins. Obviously, this card is really good because it was banned in Standard.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we're playing pretty much the combination of the modern Burn list right now, as well as what Burn was playing back in Standard of Reminap Red days. Just kind of like a weird hybrid. For the sideboard, we just ended up putting some Tormod's Crypts in there for sideboard shenanigans, Chandra's Defeat for goblins, and any other type of aggressive red deck. It can kill Nicol Bolas, for example.
Kill Chandra's.
It does kill Chandra's. Pillar of Flame, because more burn is nice, especially against decks that we're not really trying to interact with, or if we're trying to interact with very specific things that we want to exile. Grafdigger's Cage is really good against things like Uro and Collected Company.
And Muxus.
Fry is our alternative to Chandra's Defeat, being able to take out things like Teferi or Yorion, and a few other options as well. And then we've got another Bone Crusher Giant for another utility spell, and a couple more Chain Whirlers as well for more utility as well. Just stuff that we're able to use to take out other stuff.
So go back up to Fry for a second.
Alright.
What kind of feet do you think those are?
Those are obviously chicken feet. Get it, fried chicken?
That's more like very charged chicken.
Same thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the game.
Get you in the game.
Speaking of chickens, chickens fail math class. Wow.
Holy shit.
I promise this is absolutely a coincidence. Wow, that's
pretty funny.
It's great. This is a pretty easy keep. We have a threat and we have some burn.
We gonna play her, man. We gonna burn them good. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Oh, our opponent was in the Mythic Championship.
Oh, look at them being all fancy.
So, if you're not familiar with Burn, like if you're a newer Magic player, this is pretty much a quintessential archetype in pretty much every single format, in the fact that it is always something that people will be playing. There's always going to be a mono-red aggressive deck that's just trying to hurt people as fast as possible.
They do like to hurt you, that's for sure. In Modern, you might see it with a little bit of a splash of a different color, like white.
Yeah.
Sometimes blue.
A couple of the lists were playing black for a while, so what we can do is we can activate Thermo Alchemist.
That's true.
When you activate Thermo Alchemist, that makes Skewer the Critics 1 because of Spectacle. We're going to use that Spectacle to kill the Land War Visionary.
I concur.
And then that gives us just enough mana between, just enough stuff in our graveyard between the two to be able to get the buff off of Lava Runner while also being able to activate Alchemist a couple times.
Maximize that damage.
Absolutely.
They're stumbling a little bit.
Alright. Kind of sucks that we're drawing as many lands as we are, but we're still alright with this. We're just going to start off by hitting them with Thermo Alchemist and attacking. Okay. So we have one of two options. We can either just burn them to the face, or we can start to kill one of their geese. Killing their geese might not be a terrible decision because of the fact that they're going to create food, which they can use to gain life.
Man, if they only had one goose, I would agree. At this point, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, right now they have the mana and the creatures to consistently gain 3 life every single turn.
Yeah.
I feel like mitigating that in any type of way is more important, right?
It's probably important, yeah. It just sucks. Like, if they didn't have the second goose, this would be a lot better.
Yeah. This goes to show you that Goose is actually a lot more powerful than a lot of people give it credit for. The food tokens giving the ability to gain life can definitely be relevant, especially in games that go a little bit longer.
It is not as loose as people would have you believe.
Yeah. And the fact that it makes artifact tokens specifically helps out a lot for any type of artifact-based synergy deck. And we don't have anything that's worth not doing at this time, so hit it one more time with the Thermo Alchemist. Ideally, we draw a light at the stage here to kind of refuel. Either that or a Hazaret.
Ideally. Oh, they're playing the, there's a Bolus of Citadel in their hand.
Probably. Alright, so Shock wasn't a terrible draw. Probably just want to ping them first, of course. Probably just want to kill their Priest of the Forgotten Gods, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna create mana for them, so is the... So, like, either way they're gonna sacrifice it to a Woe Strider. Woe Strider is actually, like, one of the biggest dangers.
I understand that Woe Strider is also very dangerous. I'm just not sure which one's actually worth destroying more right now, though. Because I understand that like the Woe Strider with Bolus' Citadel is insane, but there also is 7.
So, I think personally I would wait to see what they cast the following turn.
And then respond with the Shock.
Yeah, so like, get 2 Lava Runners, not any good here. So like, if they make you sacrifice a creature, then you just sacrifice that. It's just like...
Well, my argument was like we can attack with the Lava Runner if we... Well, I guess actually if we kill the Woe Strider, we can attack. We can shock this, and then they can't block and trade evenly because they would only have 1 power on board.
If they blocked with a Woe Strider, I'd be amazed. I think...
Wow.
What?
So we're just letting that through.
Yeah.
And in that case, we actually do want to shock the Priest of the Forgotten Gods now.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Sucks that the Goose is still alive, but that was a good thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Of course, there's another Ghost Rider.
Oh, of course there's a Blood Artist.
Yeah, I was assuming there's a Blood Artist as soon as they Coco'd, but... This is definitely rough. Thermal Alchemist number 2 can actually be pretty useful.
If they didn't have that Wolf Strider, I guess...
You know,
I guess it could be worse. Like a second Blood Artist or a Citadel would be like worst case scenario.
True. Plus, if we draw a lot of the stage into double spell, we can actually just straight up win with the double Alchemist. I guess the Artist might keep them alive, but we still have them at a precarious life total, even though it doesn't seem like it.
If you can chain light up the stages, it'd be amazing.
True.
It is unlikely, but if you can chain them, that might get you there.
Well, even a Shock right now does 4 damage, and they only have the ability to gain 5. 6, 7. They're going to start attacking with their 3-2 Ghost Rider. So let's see. That was a huge draw.
Oh, man.
So we're just going to go ahead and play that now.
It does suck them gaining all this life, but it forces their hand a little.
In a little?
Yeah.
This is a very powerful turn for us. Nobody can underestimate Chain Whirler like that, because this card just has the ability to randomly blow people out. Oh, they topped, so that's probably a Bullis Citadel on top.
Either that or it's a company.
Drew.
My name's not Drew.
I said true. They did. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and activate these now, because they can be untapped at any time if we did have a spell.
If they have a Citadel here, I would have held... Like, if you knew they had a Citadel, I would hold it.
They kept a Jade Light Ranger or a Priest of the Forgotten Gods on top? Wow! Collected Company on the top? This is going to be rough. We would love to draw an actual just light up the stage.
Woo! Activate! Activate the other woman.
Any burn spell wins here? Actually, Reminap Ruins wins for us. We win no matter what.
Sick. Reminap Ruins only does 2.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I was one off. I'm bad at counting.
Woo!
Huh? I like the sporting good game. Hit him for Xaxes in that case.
I do think I like the straight black-green version.
Yeah. So they're
Graphic Cage.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, that's not Graphic Cage. That's Stormbound's Crypt.
Pillar of Flame.
True. Exiling stuff is huge. Chain Whirler's probably right.
So they were okay in that one scenario. I don't think it's great overall against the deck.
Well, I guess that's fair. A lot of their stuff has 2 toughness. Land War Elves and Goat tokens are pretty much the only thing we hit. So the first thing we really want to take out is Bone Crusher Giant. I feel like it's a bit too slow against them.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
We brought in Pillar of Flames so we can sub out at least 1 Shock.
What else? Lava Runner's kind of bad here. I just probably cut 2 of those.
You're right. Not being able to go over the top is pretty important.
You mean underneath?
Or yeah, get under him.
Yeah, that's a man that likes to crouch against the floor.
Alright, that's a pretty easy mulligan. Alright, that's pretty easy keep. I think it's just best to drop a mountain, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just
the ruins. There are 4 of them in the deck.
You're right. Would love to draw a shock. Aw. We want to kill that Land War Elves if we can. That's why. If you have the ability to, always bolt the bird. I think we just played the Soulscarred Mage and pass.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of options next turn.
I need to know the wording on Pillar of Flame. I think it's a non.
If it would die, it is exiled instead.
I need to know the exact wording.
Why?
Because if it says if a creature's dealt damage this way, it dies. If a creature dealt damage this way, so it doesn't deal damage if you have Soulscar Mage in play. It's a replacement effect where they get -1/-1 counters. So I don't believe that it will get exiled if you had both of those in play.
Well, Soulscar Mage is dead now, so we don't have to worry about it at least. I think we should just go ahead and skewer the Critic's Lowest Rider.
I don't disagree with that. What did they do, Murderous Rider?
Yeah.
Sometimes people just like to ride murderously.
Sometimes people like to have new jokes.
So you're gonna come up with some new jokes?
No, I'm just going to critique you for all of yours.
I'm sorry, new burns?
I mean, we are burning them today. We're having a really hard time deciding whether or not to take one against somebody who's tapped out.
I mean, to take one or not to take one? That is the question.
Definitely take one.
Maybe they are chicken and they're not trying to count.
Haha. Haha. Because they failed math class as a chicken. I get it. So... Okay.
Land on top.
Technically, I shouldn't have played the land first. Do we just play both of these and the light up the stage, or do we play the light up stage first and check and see what else we have access to?
I play the light up the stage.
So yeah, we just play both of these.
Yeah.
We are probably dead here, though.
Yeah, probably.
Bolas' Citadel is very good.
They don't have a Wolf Strider in play, and that's important.
They have one in their graveyard, though. Oh, wait.
They only have one card in their graveyard.
You're right.
So Bolas' Citadel is actually just not the best without some way to scry away the fucking lands.
That is a very valid point.
So you can go...
Chain Whirler into Lava Runner, kill the Murderous Rider.
Yeah.
Or Lavamancer, I mean.
Oh, man.
I forgot that.
Same.
I think we actually just attack now, right?
When all you've got is the 2/2 to attack, yeah.
We can attack with Soulscar Mage too, right?
Yeah, you can.
I don't have anything to...
If before they declare blockers, you might just want to use the...
Yeah, go ahead and kill the Murderous Rider now. Make sure we leave 2 instant sorceries in our graveyard so Lava Runner doesn't get weaker. So... Oh. Well, Goblin Chain Whirler plus Soulscar Mage is a lot better than I thought it was. I completely forgot about that interaction.
I was wondering.
They're gonna take 2 more. Like, we're okay with that as well. Or no, wait, they played that. Oh. They're going down to 3 for this. A very precarious number against Burn Friend.
And naturally, they got a sack outlet.
Yeah, that's rough. So now, how do we win?
They have a Bolas' Citadel, a Blood Artist, and a Wolf Strider in play? We don't.
I'm just trying to think of like a possibility. They are at a very, very low life total, so the Blood Artist might not help them as much as they want it to. However, they should remember that they can make a token off of that Gilded Goose. We just play everything in attack, right? This first, so that way they only have 2 life to mess with.
Yeah.
Just attack with Hazoret and Chain Whirler, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
They have to block, and next turn, our Hazoret will be able to deal an extra 2 to them no matter what we draw off the top. And we're fine with this, honestly. It's definitely more tough than it should be, but we are at least representing some type of aggression.
Yeah, it's not like they wrapped our board and they're beating us. It's just a little rough.
A Chain Whirl off the top would be sweet. I think we sacrificed the Viashino Pyromancer, right?
Yeah, that's probably the weakest dude.
The second Blard Artist probably wins.
Blard Artist.
Blard.
Blard Artist.
Do they have lethal? No, they don't. Not quite. They're very close to it, though.
That's turn late.
Yeah. So first things first, we're just going to attack with literally everything. Are they really blocking with both of their sack outlets? Do I just Wizards like them in response to get the extra damage? Because that's...
So that would do a total of 7 damage to them. They would gain 4 life.
Yeah, but they... do we just hold it? Or do we kill one of their Blood Artists, maybe?
So I think even if you try to kill their Blood Artist in response, they sacrifice the Woe Striders to each other.
I get that, but then they gain 5, and then they have a Priest and a Blood Artist, and that's it?
That is true.
Is there something we could do different?
Getting rid of the Blood Artist is actually a great call. Or a Blood Artist.
So, like, they sack these to each other, but now they have a Priest and a Blood Artist, and that's it? Their Ballista Citadel is super far from being activatable, and now they don't have a way to scry anymore because they got rid of both of their Bull Riders. I feel like this is just a net positive for us here. They definitely blocked wrong. They should have blocked the other way around, to where their 5/4 was blocking our Chain Whirler.
The bad news is that
They have the ability to play a lot of spells, and we are at 5.
like that.
With, maybe? For the one time?
And that's lethal.
Sometimes the opponent has it all.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of goats now.
I think we just run it back here.
Yeah, like, I don't really think any of the possible changes are worth it.
Something that we should have added to the sideboard, a braid.
Every time.
We keep on forgetting to add a braid.
A bread.
Yeah, no braids to the bread.
I don't know how I keep forgetting that card. I love that card.
We would definitely add a braid to the sideboard, and we would definitely bring it in to kill the Ballista Citadel. pretty easy keep, honestly.
Yeah.
We'd love to draw either another land or another do something spell right off the bat.
Skewer or the spectacle costs as opponents have lost life, right?
Yes.
That'd be so cool if you could like ping yourself for it.
Well, Chain Whirler activates the spectacle because it does 1 damage to him.
It's true. Ooh.
Hey, there's the next lane we were asking for. I think we just double skewer him.
Yeah.
We just want to kill him as fast as possible. I hate that we have to do it after prowess triggers, but oh well. Blood Artist on turn 2, we get to play Chain Whirler. Come on. Let that be the dream. Come on. Come on. Aww. Opponent doesn't want us to have fun. Do we just Chain Whirler here, anyway? Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if they play a what's-his-face on turn 3, then all I have to do is...
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then we draw a land, we can just attack them with Hazoret. Which, if you guys have never done this, attacking with Hazoret's pretty good. As long as you can attack with him.
He's got that big old scarab spear up there, or bolus spear, or whatever the hell it is. It's great.
Yeah, he's just like, look at me. I'm just gonna throw this at you and make you die.
He does say something just like that.
So, we're just gonna kill this Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
Yep.
Attack with everything, and then Pyromancer and second main.
Yep.
Alright. Being on the play with red is very useful.
Well, I just hope that they don't have collected company into like the perfect cards.
I don't even know what the perfect cards would be at this point. I guess it would have to be like exactly Ghost Rider Blood Artist.
Yeah. Or double Woe Strider would also be decent.
Yeah. Well, there's the Coco. They're good. Unfortunately for them, they're just getting 2 Land War Elves.
Or, you know, nah. This is
So
unfortunate for us.
here we just attack with a Chain Whirler.
Yep.
Because Chain Whirler whirls. Alright, second Soulscar Mage. We'd also definitely be playing more Soulscar Mages, as I said back in the deck tech. But Amonkhet literally just came out, and Hazoret's.
Your boy's struggling for wild cards.
Absolutely. We're working on it.
A lot of rares from the set.
There are a lot of rares in this set. They're at 5. Can we kill them just by attacking with everything? Let's see. Math is for blockers, so probably not.
So
I think we attack
to some degree.
Yeah, I still think we attack with everything though, because that just keeps their board state really small, and they've been missing land drops.
Yeah, maybe they'll block they'll probably block something smaller than the yep.
But we're fine with that. They go down to 2, and honestly, I think we come out of this a little bit better than they do. Well, forgot about Blood Artist triggers, but still. Forgot it triggers off of our own stuff, too.
Oh. Yeah, it's not Zulaport Cutthroat.
True. That card's sweet, too. Wow. So,
They have it all.
Pillar of Flame off the top, maybe? That's close.
Is it though?
No, Dimir. We're gonna attack with this. If they decide to block with everything, we're okay with that. We'll just kill their Ghost Rider. because Goblin Chain Warlock having First Strike is sweet. They're not even going to gain the life from the lifelink. Guess they find the scry more important. I scry every time.
Scry me a river.
So land would be good because of Hazaret. Spell would be good because of our double prowess and Thermo Alchemist guy.
Light up the stage would actually be like insane here, I think.
True. Pretty much anything except a creature would be great.
I concur.
Pillar of Flame, sweet. So I think we kill the Wolf Rider here.
Yeah.
Ping them first, though. And now all of our guys are big enough to damage them. Hopefully they don't sacrifice their Wolf Rider in response. Is it another creature? Wait.
Sacrifice another creature.
Yeah. I guess I can also use Priest of the Forgotten Gods, but if they do, then, like, we're kind of okay with that.
Yeah, we only lose 3, 4, 5 life, and they only gain 3.
What do we sacrifice here?
I think it has to be a Soul Scar Mage.
I'm gonna activate this first. Do you think so? They're about to get buffed right now to become 2/3s.
I
So it'd be
I guess
attacking
you
for
could,
7.
Like, force the damage through there. Maybe it's the Alchemist then?
I think it is the Alchemist, which is weird. But we're putting them down to 1 here. If they don't block, of course. 11.
So 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep on destroying their board state, they just keep on building it back up.
Yeah, they really gotta stop that.
Yeah, don't they realize that this is we're putting this on a video? Like, they're supposed to make us look good, not bad.
I don't know that I have the capability to look good.
I mean, if you squint your eyes really hard and like turn your head sideways.
I get a headache?
Yeah, and then when you have such a bad headache, then you don't realize how bad you look. That's what I do every time I look in the mirror. Pro tips from Unfair.
What's unfair is that I tried playing this deck the other day.
How many Wolf Striders have they gone through? Just 2?
I have far less good luck with this deck than they do.
Yeah, they seem to literally just get the entire combo every single game. Like, they have a bolus to settle on hand. Like, there's no doubt about it. But yeah. Usually this deck performs a little bit better against decks that don't have insane amounts of life gain. Like, we've probably, done 26 damage or so to them or by now?
Maybe more. I don't know. They've gained a lot of life. Oh, sick!
The one bad part about playing 19 lands is sometimes you get stuck with double Hazaret, even though you only play 2 Hazaret.
Yeah. The risk is usually worth the reward.
Indeed.
This time it is not.
So we get on a 2 here, and then they just activate Priest of the Forgotten Gods on their turn, and they win.
Or they just sacrifice 2 dudes right now.
Nah, they're gonna do it in style. They're not gonna do it in style? Wow, what dweebs. Don't they realize that they can style on us? I'm gonna respond.
Wow. What jerks.
Yeah.
What jerks!
Unfortunately, that is sometimes what happens. You just run into decks that have the capabilities of gaining a lot of life, but...
They really ruin your plans, huh?
Yeah. But either way, like, this deck is still very powerful, and especially good if you want to be using it for climbing up the ladder for best of 1s instead of best of 3s. Because
it's great for best of 1, that's for sure.
It is extremely aggressive and able to do a lot of damage to players. The only thing we would really want to change in this deck is finding room for 2 more Soul Scar Mages. Um, I honestly don't know what the best thing to cut would be. Maybe there's a argument to cut out either of these guys and just put them in the side. Not 100% certain on that, but definitely want to go up to the full 4 on these if you're playing this deck. Otherwise,
I think personally I'd probably go down to like, I don't want to cut Thermo Alchemist, but I think maybe you go down to 2 of those and cut 1 Bone Crusher Giant.
I could see that as well. There's also like an argument to finding room for another Hazaret. I know it didn't look good that last game, but having Hazaret as your top end every single game you play is definitely really nice.
Hazaret's sick.
It really is. Just make sure that if you are playing Hazaret, don't forget that whenever you draw your card for the turn, it has the ability to stop you from attacking or blocking.
So before you move to attackers,
make sure you're playing your spells first.
Or just discard it and shock them.
Exactly. Either way. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Really glad you guys came out and hung out with us. Don't forget, as we said, to hit all of those things that the YouTubers tell you to do.
And your neighbor.
And don't hit your neighbor.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. No.
They just need to see red.
Exactly. But yeah,
I know they can't see it here, but
they can't see it here.
They can't see it here.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I'm colorblind. I don't see red.
Well, on Wednesdays we wear pink.
We do. But yeah, don't forget to follow us over there on Twitter and Twitch as well for those giveaways.
It's a Mean Girls reference, right?
I've never seen it.
Oh man.
You're going to reference all these movies and TV shows. I'm never
man.
going to get it because I don't watch movies.
For all those Mean Girls fans out there, please subscribe.
And all the people that aren't Mean Girls fans out there.
There are no non-Mean Girls fans.
Please subscribe.